For more, you fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. There's more where that came.
XBA sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. We got this. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Herbert off of play action. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defense gets up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 2. Prescott off play action. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back out on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here, Herbert. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Herbert now. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. Lutz's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing, Prescott. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Play here for Dallas.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Elliott into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Point after, right down the middle, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taken in at the 3.
And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken in at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From his own end zone, Herbert.
Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
on first down. Justin Herbert.
Here's Tony on the quick slant. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Yeah, this will be a Giants first down as he gets this up past the 30.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap for Herbert. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
And a short gain here down to the 22. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Mike's 50.
Prescott now. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before the break for Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Prescott.
Oh, Cooper with a nice grab.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
He's checking.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On the draw, it's Pollard. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Neville Gallimore,
the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Herbert, he's going to let it go again. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Four yards remain for second down.
Prescott off play action.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They go to Elliott again, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand.
So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Hines. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Lamb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, Pollard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 72 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. After the run, now Herbert to throw. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. And that's exactly what they got done.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And they snap it to Herbert. They He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Bulldozes past him. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And a give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now it's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. It's Barkley on the counter. Powers through it. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On first down, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Lutt's good on the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year.
And they'll get to stay home again next week as Washington comes to town.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.